Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. It's been a busy week for City fans, been a very, very busy week. First of all, the signing of Bernardo Silva. City fans have been moaning about this for a while. It was getting to the point where a lot of City fans every summer were expecting Bernardo to come out and say he wants to leave. Last season, he said he wanted to leave. I was at Chelsea on the front row and he came over to get a ball and said, Bernardo, don't leave, man. Just get a sunbed. You know what I mean? Anyway, he just laughed at me and that was last season. This summer was the same. Bernardo wants to leave. He's got married. His missus doesn't like it in Manchester. All that nonsense. City fans were always, never really settled. And then the news broke, Bernardo Silva, new contract, 2 years. Bernardo Silva, running down the wing, Silva, makes the blue boys sing, Silva, we're all going Wembley. We get to sing the tune again. We add Wembley to it because we're going to Wembley, obviously, for the Champions League final this year. And yeah, I can't lie, I think it's the best signing of the summer for City. I think he's a fantastic player. Ever since he signed for Manchester City, he's been a really good player. You look back at the moments over his career, the goals and the times when he's been really important, even last season in the Champions League, chipping in with goals and stuff. He's a big part of what we do at Manchester City. And if we was going to lose him, as well as Gundogan and Mahrez, I think that would have been a bad summer for us, and I think we'd have struggled. The rumour is Kyle Walker's going to sign a new 3-year deal, which is good news as well. Kyle, with the way he's been, senior member of the squad, he's started the games this season. He's looking good. So that's a deal that we definitely need to get in. But Bernardo Silva committing to the club, people moaning that he's got a buyout clause. Well, listen, it is what it is. He's committed to the club, so he's shown commitment. The buyout clause, apparently 58 million, is good money for him. You know what I mean? If in 2 years or 1 year down the line, someone comes in, activates it, then it is what it is. We let it go. He's been here a long time. He owes Manchester City nothing. He's a treble winner. He's a European champion. He's won the Premier League countless times. So let's just enjoy that he signed a deal and he's here, rather than thinking what ifs. You know what I mean? Never got that kind of mentality where, well, there's a sell-on clause, so what if somebody comes and does it? Just enjoy the moment. We've signed Bernardo Silva on a new deal. He's a massive part of this squad. We've started the season really well. We've won the Super Cup, 2 out of 2 in the league. Things are looking okay. Then the announcement, little teary-eyed announcement, AymericLaporte, he leaves Manchester City after several years. I thought we let him go a bit cheap. Saudi Arabia throwing the money about, I think it was 27, 28 million cheap in the market for Laporte. You know what I mean? He's a quality defender, real good defender. Why, any top European clubs ain't coming in for him, I don't know. Seeing some of the financials that he's been offered, tax-free in Saudi Arabia, fair play. But I think he's good enough to be playing in Europe. But he's going to go out there. I've seen the league on the TV the other day. I watched the game, Benzema's team. There was nobody in the stadium. It just looked a bit drab. There's a lot of money out there. The players are obviously going for the dough. Can they keep it up? Will the standard of the league get better? I don't know. Is there anybody asked? No one's watching it. It's weird. But listen, if you're getting 700 grand a week, tax-free, then why are you not going to go? If you're late in your career, why are you not going to go? What confuses me is when the younger players start going. Gabriel Veiga, Celta Vigo, on about going there. It's only going to be financial, because the ambition in a young boy should be to win the European Cup, should be to go to the Premier League, Serie A, win La Liga, whatever, Bundesliga, not to go Saudi Arabia and earn money. If you're confident in your ability, you'll know you're going to be financially well off anyway. But listen, this Saudi Arabian league has come in, it's took the Premier League landscape by storm. It's threw a few spanners in the works. There's a big one today with Mo Salah being offered mega dough. I think Liverpool need the money. So don't be surprised if we don't see that. But if Mo Salah leaves for the Saudi League, the Premier League's got a problem because there's a lot of talent leaving for bigger money. So, you know, it is what it is. But Laporte, I was sad to see him go. I watched his little statement on the MCFC TV. It was quite heartwarming. You don't really realise some of the moments and key moments he's been involved in. So he's always been a great player and a good servant to Manchester City. So I wish Aymeric Laporte well. And then we make another signing. Jeremy Doku, the Belgian winger from Rennes, £58 million, £55 million, something like that. Didn't think Pep would go for this type of winger, very fast, explosive, direct, but he has. I'm quite excited about this signing, Blues. I can't lie. I think he's a good player. I think he's young, he's hungry. I've seen some of the goals he's scoring. I've seen some of the dribbles he's going on, and I think it's going to be exciting. I think he's going to be another weapon to what we've already got, another dimension to what we've already got. Hopefully under Pep can get some discipline into him, can sort of, instead of him being a bit of a loose cannon, somebody compared him to Saint Maximin and Adama Traore, very, very pacey, but not a lot at the end. But I've seen him finishing and that, and I think he's better than them too. But I think Pep will know what he's bought. I think the coaches will be prepared for what's coming. And I think it'd be interesting to see how he fits in our system. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see if he gets any minutes at weekend against Sheffield United. But it's an exciting signing. You know what I mean? This window, we've signed Kovacic, who first 2 games looks unbelievable. Guardiola, you know, one of the best centre-backs, young centre-backs in the world, you know, had a great debut against Newcastle. Saved our ass when they were 3-on-1 and he made that block. He can only get better with Ruben Diaz at the back. And now to sign a 21-year-old Jeremy Doku, these are the signings that Man City do. We freshen it up. We don't panic buy. We freshen it up. We lose Laporte, we bring in Vardio. We lose Gundogan, we bring in Kovacic. We lose Mahrez, we bring in Doku. And then just as the Doku signing's announced, the rumour is Matheus Nunes at Wolves. I didn't know whether this signing was a smokescreen for someone else, whether, you know, they were putting the feelers out there just to pull the trigger on someone else. But he seems to have a bit of legs. Fabrizio Romano seems to say that, you know, City's put an offer in, it's been rejected. But, he's a good player. Another one, 24-year-old, came with a big reputation from Sporting Lisbon to the Premier League, maybe chose the wrong team. Watched him against Man United. He was outstanding. Watched him the week after against Brighton. Got sent off. So hopefully them issues can be put to the side. Hopefully we can get him in. We have been linked with Eze as well from Palace. If we got both of them players in, it'd be a bit crazy. You know, I think that'd be unbelievable. But I don't think City will get 2 of them. I think they'll go for 1. Eze is more attacking, obviously more number 10 type player. Nunes is more box to box, more defensive in my opinion. So it depends what kind of player Pep prefers. Obviously Phil Foden's been filling in for De Bruyne. Against Newcastle, he was outstanding. So if he can carry on in that form, we probably don't need a 10. But, you know, we got to trust the manager. Speaking on the manager, just let me have a sip of my drink. Speaking on the manager, Pep's gone and had a back operation. He's been carrying a bad back for a while. All these trophies, you know what I mean, on his shoulders. They finally took toll on his spinal cord and he's had to go in Barcelona and get the operation. First of all, we wish Pep Guardiola all the best. We don't want to lose our manager for any games, but go out there to Barcelona, recover. I'm sure he's climbing the walls because, you know, that's the kind of guy he is. Juanma Lilo is in charge. The assistant manager has just come back. He's in charge for the next 2 games. I'm sure Pep's can trust him 100%. I'm sure all the supporters going to Sheffield United are going to get behind him and get behind the lads. But Pep Guardiola, we wish you all the best. You know what I mean? Take your time, relax, recover, and come back stronger and obviously with a better back than you have now. So if you're watching, Pep, I wish you all the best. That leads me on to the Sheffield United game. Injury-wise, we know Stones is not going to play. De Bruyne's not going to play. Bernardo apparently is fit. Who else is there to come in? Doku could come into the mix. I don't expect any massive changes. Bernardo might come in if he's fit. Other than that, he'll be on the bench. There is a lot of players floating around the first team squad that futures are uncertain. You know, you've got Cole Palmer, not had a bad start to the season, scored in the Super Cup, scored in the Charity Shield. Very unfortunate not to start against Newcastle. But, you know, his future's up in the air with the signing of Doku. James McAtee, Tommy Doyle, Taylor Howard-Bellis, all players that are in and around the first team squad, but you know, they need to be playing football now. They're at that important stage of the career. So I expect some developments this week. Calvin Phillips is another one. You know, we've spoke on this channel about Calvin, how we wish him well and all that. But he doesn't seem to be getting anywhere near the first team. You know, if you can't get in the Charity Shield squad or you don't feel confident playing you in the Super Cup, then, you know, Calvin must be feeling that, you know, maybe it's time to go and look at something else. And I think if City can get Nunes over the line, you know, that might push Calvin further out. And unfortunately, Calvin might have to move on. So we'll have to see. I think coming up to this transfer window, the end of it, there's going to be a few twists and turns near the end. So we'll see how we are. But on paper now, looking at the squad, looking at the way we've started the season, don't know about you guys, but I'm happy. I think we've started okay. We don't look like we've dropped off. We look like we're doing okay. I think we just need a little bit more creativity to open the doors for Erling up front. So I don't know whether he brings in that number 10. I don't know if he brings in someone else who can just, I don't know, just pick the lock. That's what I want anyway, but obviously I'm not Pep. We're going on to Sheffield United. Away from home, Bramall Lane. Obviously, it's a tough, old-fashioned ground. We've done okay there over the last times we've been there. I fully expect Manchester City to win this game. I don't think Sheffield United are as strong as they have been over the last few years. I think they've lost Sander Berg. Do you know what I mean? They lost Ndiaye to Marseille. They've not really replaced him. They signed a kid from our team in Lommel, Santos, I think he was called. But looking at Sheffield United on paper, I fear for them. I don't think they're a good side at all. I think they're going to try and drag us into a battle. I think they're going to try and kick us off the park. I think they're going to try and drag us down to their level. I think the grass will be long, the pitch will be dry. And I think they're going to try and get the crowd behind them and try and upset us. We just got to be patient. You know, the word of my season, what is the word that I've been using this season? Efficient. We don't have to go out there and plough them to death and win 4-5-0. We've got to get the job done. Clean sheet. I've got a good feeling about this defence. Clean sheet is what we want. Efficient performance. Come away from Bramall Lane Sunday. 3 points in the bag. We move to Fulham. That's what I want. I don't know about you guys. Leave in the comments. What's your thoughts on Calvin Phillips? Is he staying or is he going? What's your thoughts on Cole Palmer? Do we keep Cole? Do we let him go? And Sheffield United at weekend. Give me your score predictions. Let me know. Are we going to win big? Are we going to tightly win? Is it going to be a draw? I think we win 3-0. I think we do a good job on them. We win 3-0. Clean sheet. Job done. Carry on moving. I think Erling Haaland will score. I think Alvarez will score. And I think that Jeremy Doku gets a late one. Comes off the bench. Gets a late one. Jinks inside on his left. As I do. That's what I'm saying. I hope anyway. For those who watch me on here know that I'm not unfortunately going to the game. I'm going to be in Portugal. I'm going on holiday on Saturday morning. Portugal for a week with the kids. Missing a couple of games, which I never like to do. It's a sore subject in my house. But the amount of games I go to a season, I can't moan. I'm looking forward to a little break with the family. Float around on the Lilo. You know, practice on my bombing skills. and watch Man City in a nice bar somewhere. So if you're on my TikTok or Instagram story at weekend, don't keep asking me why I'm not at the match, because I've told you, I'm on holiday. I'm entitled to it. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, Blues, it's been a quick, easy review. Season game number 3. Just want to mention that there's a new show, the Mank Talk. Me and Saeed used to do the Mank Talk on Saeed's channel. A lot of City fans used to say, I'm not going on Saeed's channel, Steve. It's a United channel. I get it. So we've put it on a neutral channel. So Mank Talk, episode 3, has just gone live on the Big 6 channel on YouTube. Me and Saeed, 2 Mancunians, talking about City, talking about United, talking about various other clubs. Little bit of banter on there, but it's building up, ready for the derby and all that. So get on there, show the support, hit the like button, especially with my channel as well. Please hit the like button, guys. It does affect the algorithm and it does help, especially with me going away on holiday. YouTube just tends to forget me and pushes me down. We can't be having that. And another one, a quick shameless plug. Last time I wore the Terrace Cult treble tee on here, they sold out. Yeah, so all I'm going to tell is the Manchester City supporters, new jacket just dropped at Terrace Cult. It's called the Conte Jacket. Yeah, nothing to do with that idiot that managed Spurs. Conte is a character in the film Gomorrah, so that's where we got the name from. But we've got a Conte jacket in sky blue. Yeah, this is how shameless I am. I brought one here. Look at that. Sky blue Conte jacket. Yeah, there you go. Get one of them. Terrace Cult just dropped. Perfect for the game. Perfect for the match. And if I see you on Sunday with a sky blue Conte jacket on in the South Stand and you come up to me with it on, I'll buy you a beer and a chicken balti pie. How's that? So there's a double incentive. Go to Terrace Cult, buy the new sky blue Conte jacket for the match, get in the 115 bar, see Big Steve, go, Big Steve, check out the Conte I bought. Any chance of that pie and a pint? Done. So there you go. But listen, Blues, look after yourself this weekend. It's bank holiday weekend. Let's get the win on Sunday. Keep being positive. Fingers crossed we get some signings over the line. Check out the new Conte Sky Blue at Terrace Cult. And everyone have a great weekend. And I'll be watching in Portugal. All the best. Come on, City. Let's go.